What's good, YouTube? Mr. Milkshakes here, bringing you a Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sire UU Wi-Fi battle against one of my good friends, Christy. She's actually been helping me a lot out recently. She's been trading me some Pokemon, giving me some tips, and actually offering to battle me whenever I need battles go up on the channel. So I asked her if she wanted to do an OU or not an OU battle, a UU battle, and she said yeah. So we both said we were gonna try something different. So I decided to try an Exceligor lead, and the goal is to get up your spikes and then final gambit. But I had Encore on this thing, and I'm like, well, he's probably gonna go for Stealth Rocks. But I should have went spikes and then Stealth Rocks, but I misclicked and hit Stealth Rocks first, or not Stealth Rocks, Encore first, Encore spikes, not Stealth. You know what I mean. So I was like, well, I fucked that up, that whole different lead that I was working on. So I just final gammated and did a lot of damage off it. So basically, Empoleon's going to go down. I went for the knockoff just in case she wanted to preserve the Empoleon and wanted to bring something else in so I can get some damage on anything and knock off an item. So then they bring in Majestic, which is really risky because I could have been Life Orb, or not Life Orb. I could have been like Assault. I don't know. I couldn't have been Choice Scarfed or Choice Banded or whatever. But they did it or she did it, I'm sure, to check if I was. And I switch out, and she actually texted me, and she's like, you're banded. I was like, yeah, I am. I'm not. I was Scarfed. I even lied about it. So she's setting up Cotton Guards. I'm thinking, well, that's okay. You can get your physical defense up. And while you set up, I'll set up. So I decided to set up some Calm Minds because Reunionclus is a threat. You set up about 2 or 3 Calm Minds. It's so bulky. You got to run Bold on it. Oh my god, it becomes a tank. Goes for Thunderbolt, and look at that. I just eat it out. Get another Calm Mind up. So I'm +2 right now. I'm thinking I could recover or go for another Calm Mind. And now thinking about it, I should have went for recover. They go for Dragon Pulse because it's going to do about really the same damage. They can get, I believe, a special defense drop. And they get a fucking crit. And she gets I don't know why I refer to her as they. She gets a fucking crit. And I was like, I texted her, like, you fucking kidding me? Oh, I was so salty about that. If I went for recover, I would have been able to take more Dragon Pulses. And I didn't want to hit it with Side Shock because Side Shock hits on the defensive side and it's +6. So I was going to go for Shadow Ball. Just +3 Shadow Ball would have done a lot. So I'm thinking, well, I could bring in Goodra because Goodra is especially defensive, and I can hit you with a Dragon Pulse. It's super effective. So I go for Dragon Pulse, and it's luckily a 2-hit KO, so I don't have to put up with this thing much longer. They go for Dragon Pulse, and let me just look at Goodra, eat that up. Assault Vested, it's even super effective from Mega Ampharos. Yeah, get the fuck out of there, Ampharos. You don't want none of this. So they decided to bring in Samurai, the Doublade. I go for Dragon Pulse. I'm not expecting it to do too much because I'm pretty sure it's Eviolite. Because, I mean, Eviolite Doublade is a problem. And I go for Thunderbolt because I don't want to switch out. Because I don't want this thing like to set up and get a free Swords Dance up. So I'm just going to go for Thunderbolt. And it does a decent amount of damage. So I decided to go for Thunderbolt again. And I just barely missed taking it out and gets another Sword Dance up. So it's obvious to me that it's Swords Dance Shadow Sneak. I'm just hoping the Goodra could take some. But luckily, it's in the range where priority Ice Shard will take it out. So Goodra is going to go down sadly. But thank you, Goodra, for getting rid of 2 threats for me. That Mega Ampharos and, in essence, the Doublade. So I could bring in Swine Flu and infect this Doublade with an Ice Shard. Oh, that was stupid. That was so stupid. I go for Ice Shard. It takes out the Doublade. 2 huge threats on the team are gone now. So they bring out Monty, the Mamoswine. And I'm like, I don't want to take any damage with Mamoswine. I'm going to go into Blastoise because Blastoise has some physical defense to it. They go for Earthquake. I'm just hoping it doesn't do too much. And it does so much damage. I Mega Evolved for no reason, because, I mean, basically I sacked Blastoise. And I actually was going to go for Rapid Spin just to get the rocks away. I could have went for Water Pulse and probably taken this thing down. But it's Scarfed. I'm pretty sure it's Scarfed. So I bring out Queen Kong, the Darmanitan. And I actually really like Darmanitan. So she switches out, which I forget the Mamoswine gets thick fat. And they bring out Fetus. And hey, we both had Reunicluses. I actually really like shiny Reuniclus too. So I go for Flare Blitz. And it's a 2-hit KO. And I think even after leftovers, it's still a 2-hit KO. Or it's a roll. Either way. So Darmanitan, I'm going to go for Flare Blitz again. Just to pick up the kill. And I know she has Mamoswine. And what else does she have? She has one more Mon. I don't remember. It'll come to me. Oh, it's this thing. The Chestnut. I was like, ooh. This thing's gonna go for Spiky Shield. Should I play off of it? And I was like, no. I'm not gonna like try anything for anti. I'm just gonna go for Flare Blitz. I know I'll live the Spiky Shield damage. I'm just hoping that a Flare Blitz. It's gonna be a physically defensive Chestnut. I'm for certain about that. So I go for Flare Blitz, and holy fucking shit, that did way more than I thought it would do. I know it's stab super effective, sheer force boosted Flare Blitz, but still, the Chestnut's defensive as shit. Don't get me wrong. That still did a lot of damage, and it goes for Drain Punch. So I'm thinking it's the average or the classic Spiky Shield, Leech Seed, Drain Punch, and what other move? I don't remember. I decided to lock myself in Ice Shard because all I have left is Mamoswine. It takes out the Chestnut. So now it's going to be Mamo versus Mamo. And right here, I was just hoping. I'm like, oh, I'm Scarfed. I outspeed. I'm going to kill it. And then I'm like, oh, or at least I'll do a lot of damage to it. And then it does like no damage. And I was so confused. I was like, wait, why did that not do damage? Are you like a physically defensive Mamoswine? What's going on? And then I was like, oh, and then she's like, it's thick fat. And I was like, oh, shit, that's right. They do get those. So it was a fun battle. Ended up being Mamoswine versus Mamoswine at the very end. And I asked her, I was like, I know an Earthquake wouldn't have taken you on anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. So yeah, me and Christy have been talking. She's actually really like enthusiastic to be helping me out with stuff around the channel, and I'm also enthusiastic to actually have someone to battle with that'll provide some competitive challenge. But other than that, that's what I have for you today. Leave a like, comment, rating, subscribe, put your social security number in the comments, do all that stuff for me, alright? But other than that, I'm gonna get up out of here, so peace.